Winning isn't luck, it's a mindset, and if you don't have it, you will stay stuck forever.
Hey. Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh.
Hey guys, Brendon Giebel here, and in this video I'm going to take you through 3 key points that's going to allow you to win, allow you to be better than others who are losing. Now, it's not a game of I'm winning, I'm losing, I'm better than you, I'm not. It's not about that. It's about separating, and it's like we can go from average, like there's a lot of average in this world, but I'm guessing you're here watching this because you want to be great, you want to succeed, you want to be happy, you want to be healthy, you want to be the best version of you. And so if you're watching this right now, these 3 points that I'm going to cover is going to show you how you can win. So point number 1, winners take full responsibility, 100% responsibility. Average men make excuses, also known as excuse-itis. Now, winners, they take full responsibility. They own their actions, they own their decisions, and they own their results because they create them. If you're blaming your circumstances, you're already losing. You're already lost. Now, there was a time in my life where I put a lot of blame on my father for the way I was. Maybe the lack of confidence, maybe the lack of support, maybe the programming, all of these things. I was like, well, if he didn't do this, I wouldn't be like this. That is not someone who takes responsibility. That is someone who plays the role of a victim. So you may be in that space. As soon as you blame someone else, you are playing the role of a victim. Now, here's the thing, you create your reality. Everything is a manifestation of you. Let me ask you a question. When you look through your eyes, where are you receiving that from? Here, inside of you. You're looking at the world from yourself out. The world is just a mirror. So if you're blaming someone else in whatever they're doing, you've attracted that into your life. You've done that. You've created that for yourself. This is responsibility. This is total responsibility. I hear it all the time too. A lot of men go, yeah, I'm taking responsibility, but I need my partner or I need this person to take responsibility for their half. And I'm like, no, that's not you taking full responsibility. You're still trying to outsource it. You're still trying to blame them for it. That's not going to get you anywhere. You need to take full responsibility. And when I say full responsibility, I mean full responsibility. Don't allow yourself to just push blame and say, you've got to take that responsibility. You've got to take this, pick and choose. That is playing the role of a victim, and you'll never get anywhere if you keep playing the role of the victim. So responsibility is power. You really need to take more responsibility of your life. If you're blaming your circumstances and your situations, you're already losing. You've already lost. You're already a loser. If you want to be a winner, you've got to take full 100% ownership. And I needed to step out of that. When I was blaming my father for all these different things, I was like, okay, cool. Well, I can't change what happened. And maybe it wasn't necessarily my fault, but it's my responsibility now. That's the key. It wasn't maybe my fault, but it's now my responsibility. Because if you don't take responsibility, you will not be able to be a winner. Simple. Plain and simple. Now, John Maxwell said, the greatest day in your life and mine is when we take total responsibility of our attitudes. That's the day we truly grow up. Think about that for a second. Kids, they like to push blame and say it was her fault, it was his fault, and our system kind of encourages that. But if you want to step up and be a man, you need to take responsibility. So that's it. Full responsibility. Full ownership. Super important. If you're watching this video right now and you're like, this seems like a lot of work, it seems hard, I'm not built like this, bullshit. That's just a bullshit story you're telling yourself. You've got to train. You can either train or you can play, and there's no in between. Now, we train men like you every single day. Men who want to take their life to the next level. Men who want to recreate themselves. Men who want to step up as the leader of their family, of their businesses, of their communities, of their companies. And so if you resonate with any of this, down below what you're going to see is a description of this YouTube video, and inside of that there's going to be a link. Click on that link, enter your name, enter your phone number, enter your email address, and my team will personally reach out to you, showing you the 4 steps and the 4 stages that can help you get to where you want to be. So if you're serious about recreating your life, if you're serious about stepping up into the man that you know that you can be, managing your life, managing everyone else's life because you manage your own, then let's do it. I'd love to see you on the inside. So point number 2, winners stay consistent, not just motivated. Consistency is key. You may have heard this before. The difference between success and failure isn't talent. There are people who are talented and they're useless. They haven't gone anywhere in life. They haven't used it. They've just wasted it. It's a daily discipline that makes you successful. The daily disciplined action, doing the things you say you're going to do every single day, not needing external motivation. Now, motivation can be good. You can hear someone say something and you hear a talk, or you're at an event, or you do something. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, and when we talk about motivation, we're not trying to say that it's bad. However, it is only short term and you need a little bit of willpower. Once that wears off, that's when discipline comes involved. Most men quit when things get hard. Winners keep going. Successful people are always willing to do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Think about that. Now, there's people in my life that have quit. There's people who have not lived up to what they're going to say they do. Times got hard and they retreated. I see it all the time when people want to start creating freedom for themselves in their business or in any area of life, even in health and fitness. You know, they give up when it starts getting too hard. But that's when you've got to keep pushing. That's where the growth happens. Like, that is the line. You know, you've got this part here, which is the comfort zone, slowly getting up to that line, that critical line where it gets uncomfortable, super uncomfortable. And what's on the other side of that? There's so much growth there. There's so much happiness and there's so much freedom. Discipline is freedom. You may have heard that before. And that's why I love going to the gym so much. Now, it's not so much about the physical looks, like that just happens. That's just a side effect. But it's training your mind at the gym, the growth that comes from your mind, training that every single day, learning not to quit. You know, when you're squatting, you got 100 plus kilos on your back and you're down and it's like the 10th rep and you're like, ugh. It's about not quitting. It's about pushing through. You realize, and I even had that thought this morning when I was doing a leg workout. I'm like, I have so much more inside of me. I was doing some exercise and it was about 10 reps. And then I was like, I just got this wave, like in flow kind of thing. It was just like my own little world. And I ended up doing 20. And I was like, wow, I just doubled what my target was. We have so much more inside of us. And we've got to just learn not to quit. And for me, going to the gym, working out, not only has it saved my life, but it's also been one of the biggest things. It's allowed me to keep disciplined and to keep consistent, because consistency is key, as we said at the start. And the more that you keep going to the gym, you'll then start seeing results, but you have to go for a while before you start seeing results. And I think that's why it makes it such a powerful place to be. Now, The Rock said, success isn't always about greatness, it's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success and greatness will come. And if anyone works hard, it's him. He produces, I don't know how many movies per year, but it's a lot. And he's always in the gym. I definitely admire his hard work and his consistency. And point number 3, winners think and act differently. They don't follow the crowd. They set higher standards for themselves and they make bold decisions and they push past the fears, the doubts, the worries. And they stay in the zone of discomfort, while everyone else stays in the comfort zones. We really need to push ourselves out. We really need to go, you know what? I'm gonna make the best of this life. You deserve it. You deserve it for yourself. You deserve it for your family. You deserve it for the world. The world deserves you to step up to be a better version, for you to rise. Now, we don't always get our goals, but we always get our standards. If you want to see the level of your standards, look at the results that you're getting right now. This is why people don't get the results that they want in life, because they've got very low standards of themselves. And a lot of people, they have high expectations of standards of other people, but not much of themselves. One of the key points to understand is to just look at someone. If they don't look like they work out, if they don't look like they control what they put in their body, in their mouth, then I guarantee you that they don't have very high standards for themselves. And that you might say, well, that's only one area. It's everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you can't manage what you put into your mouth and how you move your body, you have no hope of managing anyone else. So if you want to manage yourself better, start there. That's the key. Start there. Raise your personal standards, and then the standard of your life will raise. Now, it wasn't until I fully went in and started raising my standards. Like, I was always kind of doing well, and I would do things, but then there would be gym sessions that I'd miss, or I would go, oh, I'm just not gonna eat this, or I'll eat this, and my standards were very loose. Like, I had high standards, but there wasn't the discipline to keep it there, and they were quite loose. But it wasn't until where I made the decision and I sat down, and I do this at the start of every year now, and I'm like, what are my standards for the year? What am I committed to doing? What am I gonna hold myself to? How am I gonna hold myself accountable? Is there someone else that I need to hold me accountable? Is there someone that I can message, or someone that I can get to help train me to keep me accountable? And that is such a powerful resource. And so if you raise your standards, you'll get the goals that those standards are at, right? So if you want more success in your life, raise your standards. Now, Ray Kroc once said, the quality of a leader is reflected by the standards they set for themselves. So if you want to be a better leader, it's simple. Set higher standards for yourself. Set standards that you want your kids to model. And if you don't have kids, your future kids. And if you don't have them, say, nieces or nephews or someone that you want them to live like. Be the leader. The world needs more leaders. Right now, we're starving for leaders. We need more leaders, and you are that one. And so the difference between winning and staying average is quite simple, really. Winners do what others won't. So step up, take ownership, and dominate your life. It's time for you to move. It's time for you to rise. And I'll see you on the next video. You made it to the end of the video, and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's gonna completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you, because I know how much the life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button, and I'll see you on the other side.